All right, solving equations by factoring is different than just factoring. All right, you're actually solving equations. So we need to find numbers that will work in x, that go into x, and that will make this equation equal. So, either way, what we do is, the first thing we do is we factor this. And that's a simple part. 5x goes into both of the part that you have already learned. I won't go over it much, but basically this is 2x, right, minus 3. Once you've factored it, all you have to do is just figure out, okay, how do I make this part 0? And how do I make this part 0? All right? And the reason why that works is because anything times 0 is 0. For instance, 9 times 0 equals 0. Okay? So, this is easy to make 0 because just put a 0 in there and the whole thing becomes 0, right? Right here, if I say 2x minus 3 equals 0, and I do the simple algebra, I end up getting 3/2. So my two answers are 0 and 3/2, just like that. Okay, and that's basically all you got to do for these. So it's as long as you studied all the other videos and know how to factor, all these questions should be pretty easy. I'll give you another one that's a little easier to factor. Right here, we'll play that little game, minus 36, what multiplies to minus 36, and what adds to 5, all right? Negative 9 times 4, well, that equals minus 5, and 9 times negative 4, that works, that equals 5. So it's x minus 9, x plus 4. This one's a little easier. You can pretty much do it in your head. How do I make this 0? If x is 9, the whole thing becomes 0, right? So basically, one of my answers is 9, and the other answer is negative 4, right? Because negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So again, you make each factor equal to 0, and you'll get your answers. Notice how there is not an answer that is 0. You don't always have an answer that is 0. Some people just automatically put 0 down there. No, the answers are 9 and negative 4. And if I put a 9 in here, and if I put a negative 4 in here, it'll equal 0. For instance, 9 squared is 36. 5 times 9 is 5 times, or 9 squared is 81, sorry. 5 times negative 9 is negative 45 minus 36 equals 0. All right? Okay, the last one. You can't solve these unless, of course, the whole equation equals what? 0, right? So, if I subtract 3, 6x squared minus 7x minus 3 equals 0, all right? The next thing I have to do is factor it, okay? So sometimes you have to make it equal to 0 first, then you factor. All right, so this one's a little bit more difficult. We play that game, extended game that I showed you with 6 times negative 3 equals minus 7, right? And we start trying to figure out how we're going to get 7 here. I'm going to divide this by 3, 2 times negative 9, and I get negative 7. So I write my 6x plus 2 and my 6x minus 9, and I get 0. All right? And I got to divide that by 6, though. If I go ahead and find out, okay, we got 2 goes in that one, 2 goes in this, and 2 goes into that. We got 3x plus 1, and 3 goes in this twice, and 3 goes in this 3 times. We got 2x minus 3. That should equal 0. And my answers are 3x plus 1 should equal 0. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make each bit equal to 0. It's a little bit easier. Some people try to do this in your head, and that's fine. But even myself will make a mistake trying to do too much in my head. Okay? So let's move this over a little bit so you can see. Subtract 1. 3x equals negative 1. X equals negative 1 over 3. And that's one of my solutions. And we got 2x equals 3. X equals 3 over 2, and that's my second solution. All right? And there you go. You have 2 solutions. Okay, hopefully that will help you to get these right.